Yes, and welcome back onto our second set of interview where we have guests from the National Olympic Committee Elite Youth Camp, which has been going on for 2 weeks, sharpening the skills of the upcoming players from different sporting disciplines. And on set with me, I have Sarah Otieno, who is on my extreme left. Sarah is a rugby coach, and Safraz Issa, basketball player in the middle, and George Adoyo, youth netball team head coach. We're here to talk about development of talent in the country and why this is so important. Sarah, tell us why this particular elite youth camp that has been hailed as the first one, why is it so key to making sure that we have more great players who will replace those who are currently in wearing national colors?
I think for me this is just the best thing NOC has done, just by setting this youth camp. Of course, now it has actually opened so many doors in terms of now so many talents that were outside, they've been gathered together in a camp. So it's very easy for you to nurture talent where you're able to have a control of. So I mean, by and large, it is something that has actually just really worked out for us as coaches, because then of course now it's a long-term plan for each and every other person who is inside the camp. So if you have like a 4-year plan, so it's easy for you, because of course the ultimate goal is 2026. So that will be a youth camp in I mean, that has been set. So if you're gonna work with someone who is like 13 years and 14 years, by the time they get to 2026, ultimately they'll be 18, 17 years. So that will be a perfect timing for these boys and girls. So setting this youth camp, it is something that has actually come about just to nurture talent. So you are able just to see a progression of a player. So you bring in a player who doesn't understand anything, but by the time this player comes out from the camp, I mean, all the skills and every knowledge that any person really needs, I mean, they've already been equipped. So just having this youth camp, it's something that I think NOC has really done a very good job on it. Yeah.
Yes, Safraz, I mean, you and 6 others in basketball camp, how hungry were you for this chance?
To be honest, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. So it's not something that comes and like it's not something that comes. It's like it will disappear. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I had to definitely show my game. I had to show my talent, and that's what I did. So yeah, we fight very well with the rest of my teammates. So you know, 6 of us, 3 girls, 3 boys, and yeah, I feel like we definitely have to put the effort in to show that we are worth it, and we have done that, and now we're here. So yeah.
And definitely this makes your dream more clearer?
Of course, because now I know for sure that I think because I've been selected, I now know that I'm able to do it. So I can continue pushing forward and set my goals straight.
Yes, and George, you are in charge of a youth netball team and looking at the program. So why this camp is so crucial is that we have Africa Championship and most of the 2026 Dakar Youth Olympics. How crucial is today's camp to developing netball, which has really suffered really?
Okay, it's true. Netball has really suffered, and we suffer a lot of disadvantages, including our coverage. The coverage that we are given is so poor. Sometimes there is an old game, a place where we have several games, and you'll see the media concentrating on maybe football, and any other things. Yeah, but netball, you only maybe get from those who attended.
But we cover netball, you know, the league and as well as the national team when they were in Namibia, remember? Yes. You guys went a day, okay, but we can go on.
Still, we still ask for more, especially when we have our local leagues. We move every month, we go to various places.
You need the coverage today more than ever.
like last month we were in Narok. We are now preparing to go to Homa Bay in June, and so actually that will do us a lot. And what makes netball suffer again is corporate organizations have really neglected us. Nobody wants to come up to support netball, sponsor netball.
Maybe you should make it more attractive. Is that what they say?
Yeah, that is also exactly what they really want to make to call it now more attractive.
Now, what do they mean?
Yes, some ask you for the value for money. But we really don't have what we can give them. We were looking at a situation where somebody can come near to philanthropy, just to come and aid netball, to give it a route, because we are struggling down here. And we really wish some people could come up, some organizations could come up and give netball support. So that is why at this camp we really appreciate the Olympic Committee, because for the first time they're bringing netball to this camp. The first one we were not there. So at least this has given us some form of beginning. They allowed us to bring 10 girls, and the 10 girls aged between, the youngest is 13 and the oldest is 17. And we are trying to prepare them for, we expect youth championships next year, Africa. But there is also the 2026, the Youth Olympics. So that is why we are concentrating on mostly age 14 and 13, those who by 2026 will be at the right age. Yes, but beginning right now is good, because an athlete does not only need the talent, they need more than that, mostly attitude, character formation. So when we are in the camp like we've been doing, the camp has been of great help to them. We've had several organizations, apart from us, we train them during the day, but in the evening at 5, at least there is a group that comes. We've had ADAC, we've had the media coming to tell them about significance of media versus athleticism.
And how to conduct themselves.
Yes. Yeah, we've also had groups like there are quite a number of groups that have been coming, and therefore we can see that they're being formed an all-round athlete, so that they know exactly what they are and what demand from them. Ideally, right now, we are not really pushing them so hard to make them play so hard. No, mostly we are trying to form their character. We are also trying to counsel them so that they grow. Not only thinking about winning. You know, winning has been a problem. You start with a 13-year-old, you want them to win. So when by the time they reach 18, they think of weird ways of winning. So, but right now we just want to make the talent develop in them, and then with the time, a time will come when they reach of the right age. 20 onwards, now you can push them now to win. But for now, we just want them to perform.
Yes. Sarah, there's one thing, setting this camp, you know, and bring all this marvelous talent maybe that you've experienced for the days that they've been in camp, but now retaining them. How does that pan out?
Well, I think for me, I really want to say recruiting is one thing, retaining is another thing, and all of them, they play the same goal. So if you can recruit and you can't retain, then it means of course there's nothing else you've done. So you want to bring in the best, and of course regardless of whether you're bringing in the best, but you also want to bring in someone that you know probably this is someone who really wants to get to the game, you know. So of course we're not looking in terms of recruiting and letting them go. We are trying to look at it in terms of it's a pathway, it's a long-term development pathway for a player. Of course, if you're going to bring them inside the game, then it means you're going to put this player. The chances are like you might not end up in the national team, however you might play for a club. So you know, so chances, we're not really saying that we are putting in the camp and guaranteed that they will probably make it to the 2026. However, we're trying also just to group them so that they can be an holistic person. An holistic person in terms of you have every character trait that someone needs. You're a sportsman woman, you have all the attributes that everyone is looking for. So I mean, not necessarily you will make it, but if you don't make it, it's fine. I mean, there's another chance for you to play probably in a senior level. But again, so we're just not doing a recruitment versus recruitment versus retention, they go hand in hand. So we're not going to recruit and let them go. We'll recruit, follow them through, and then of course we're going to retain them.
So Fraz, how important is what Sarah has said about developing holistically, you know, knowing that you need character, you need discipline. How key is that to a player?
I feel like, you know, in order for a player to be the highest level, you need to be all-rounded in every sector. So you need to be able to play your sport the best you can. You need to be able to also, have good communication skills, good social skills, all that kind of stuff, because a player is not only what they do on the court or what they do on the field. It's also outside of it, how they interact with people, how they live their daily lives, you know what I'm saying? That's what makes someone an all-rounded player. So I feel like it's extremely important. Like even me, I'm trying to work on my different skills, both in and out of the court. So, and that's why I feel like the camp has been a great opportunity for me, because I've been able to not only not perfect, but improve on my skill in basketball, but also at the same time learn new skills, meet new people, understand different backgrounds, and like basically just generally increase my information and increase my knowledge on people, and like the skills that I need to get to that level.
And this definitely puts more spring on your step in the game.
What do you mean by that?
Like it gives you more confidence.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Because see, now I know how everything works in a sense, so it gives me a better understanding and like a wider reach. So I'm able to, like talk to people, and I have a better way of reaching out to information and like learning in general. So it makes it a lot easier for me. Yeah, definitely.
And through your eyes and through what you've experienced in the last day, you say that there is huge potential amongst the young as far as basketball is concerned.
Yeah, definitely, because see, out there we have big men like me. I have to say, no, but it's true. My teammates, all of them, big people, and like we're all strong, we're all very good. And the thing is, specifically about the basketball, I feel like we're all very like, we know our goals and we know what we want to reach. So it helps us a lot, and we're able to work as a team and communicate and like all growing and learning together. So the past 2 weeks has been a very big learning curve for us, because we've been able to understand both the game of basketball and understand as well like more about life, and like basically from, as coaches just said, about the different talks that we had with the media and about like general sportsmanship and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I feel like definitely it helps us a lot.
Will it be too early to say what your ambition, where you want to play?
Definitely the end goal is Olympics. But then that's what we have to wait and see. Apart from that, of course, I want to just continue playing for Team Kenya and supporting my team, because see, I'm Kenyan, so I have to proudly support. So yeah, I want to definitely Olympics, and hopefully, if possible, even NBA one day. But then that's future. And
help the Morans win the African title.
Of course.
Yeah,
definitely.
Nice one. Adoyo, I mean, looking at what have you identified when you were conducting your training? What was missing in terms of the gaps that exist in talent development, especially netball?
Okay, netball, some of the things that I can say have given us challenges is identifying. Okay, we don't need to identify, actually, like this camp that we have, it's not for the best. This is it's like a talent center where we identify those with potential, then we bring them, because that is also what the yardstick of a coach. If you get a player at this level, where do you in the next 2 years, where is the player? But for like netball, the challenge has been that we don't have. Okay, the senior league is limping because we are struggling on our own. People struggling to sponsor teams on their own. We only have like the KDF and prisons. They are the only government agencies that we see have teams. The rest, self-sponsored teams. So to move and have a robust league is a problem. But we still need to move to the level where other countries are, like the highly placed African countries like South Africa, Uganda, Malawi, Zimbabwe. They even have both the senior league and the junior league. So like now, because we can't even have the junior league, selection of players cannot be biased, but comes with challenges, because you don't know whether you are picking the one with the best potential or the one that is currently playing. And then lastly, the COVID interferences and the school games program has really worked against us. If it were during normal school days, it was very easy, because we would go to primary games, and you'll get the 13 and 14-year-old. You'll go to secondary games, you pick the 15 and the 16-year-old. But the absence of that is a problem.
Yes, and that's George Adoyo, the youth netball team, and of course what he encountered in camp must have given him a lot of hope that he is still future for the game, especially amongst the young ones. I've been speaking to as well as Safraz Issa, a young upcoming basketball player, and Sarah Otieno, who also works at the Kenya Rugby Union, developing young talents. We take a break where we leave you with the TBT, and as well as Vivian Hilia in the middle, and on my extreme left is Sonia Nkatha, netball player. They all attended the Youth National Olympic Committee of Kenya Youth Elite Camp, and it was all for developing these young talents. And I begin with Sonia, netball, right? And looking at how it's been really like a long journey for netball in the last decade or so, you know. By you being here means that there is future and there is hope.
Yes.
Yeah. How does that feel?
It feels so inspiring, and it is a motivating factor to most of the players, especially the ones who we are with in the camp, because netball, yes, it's a young game, and it is an enjoyable game, but once you get something to motivate you in the game, it will make you move up the ladder very easily, and that's an advantage to us. Yes.
Vivian, you attending the youth camp and trying to just bolster your triathlon skills. What the gaps that did it fill? What gaps did the camp fill?
I will say it's first a great opportunity to be here, so thank you very much. It filled quite a lot because, you know, triathlon is a tri-sport. It contains 3 principles, that's swimming, cycling and running. So I will say being in the camp, you know, gave me a lot of knowledge, and I was able to gain from my coaches as well as the cycling team, swimming team and athletics team. So I covered up most of my gaps on where I had challenges. So yeah, I would say it was a great opportunity.
And Sokoyo, Mariana, volleyball, you know, it's one of the most popular sports in the country, right?
Yes.
How did you benefit from the program that was conducted by the coaches at the camp?
Okay, to the Volleyball Federation, it have been a very great and good advantage for us because most of us knew actually, I think, nothing when we were coming, but for now, actually, every player have gained new skills. Yeah.
And now, how does this make you a better player, especially for Kwathanze, where you also school?
With the help of our coaches, Mr. Justin Kigwari and Coach Sally Wanjala, they are really trying much, every day coming with new skills, which as we do them with their help, helping us to get and understand them well.
And Sonia, what did you discover that is what is required to get netball to the next level, to help netball grow? What did you discover in the training?
Okay, so basically netball, when you start from the roots, back to the primary schools, when you do a survey, majority of the primary schools, when we start from there, they don't participate in netball. Some of them don't even know what netball is. And when we come to the counties, we have these CDF games, sponsored games. So most of them sponsor soccer and other games, but they forget there's a more feminine game known as netball. So I feel that when we start nurturing netball from the primary sector, from the schools back to our counties, it will grow. And once the young ones know, yes, we have a netball, a serious game known as netball, it takes people places, then it will be somewhere to start, and it will bring a good foundation for netball that will make it a stronger game in the near future.
But what should be done? What should maybe be done? You know, like to have more, a lot of the netball being vibrant at the grassroots. What should be done?
More training, and then awareness. We should create awareness about netball. Yes.
Hilia, I mean, looking at the competition triathlon locally, and how you need to, you have like a whole responsibility to put the Kenyan game up there, right?
Yeah.
What did you identify, and what will get us, not immediately, but in time to come, what will get us up there?
I would say, just as Sonia just said, it's training and a lot of training and focus coming from the athletes. Also creating awareness, because there are those depths of Kenya where we do have talent, but they're not really reached out upon well. So I will say that this camp has been a great opportunity, because they've picked one of the best and combined us all together, so you're able to really learn like the skills, hence creating a greater chance for Kenya in the near future, especially having the Africa Junior Championships and also the Youth Commonwealth Games coming up.
Yeah, and looking so far in your triathlon career, what has been key in finding your hunger, your desire?
I'm sorry?
What has been key? What has been the drive? What has been driving you to wanting to achieve in triathlon?
I would say my mother, because she's my greatest motivation. Coming from a humble background and just seeing her sacrificing a lot for me is just something that keeps on pushing me every day. Also the support from my coaches, friends, family, that's just what keeps me going, and it's also a passion that I have from the heart. So yeah.
So Koyo, where do you want to take it after Kwatanze, and from here, what did this camp give you?
Okay, the camp actually have helped me. I think I can say that I'll be able to know that in future I'll have something to depend on. Let's say for the passion I have for the game will help me actually for, let me say, I might get a job after this, because it's a career for me. Yeah.
And it's been wonderful looking at how maybe you've done it so far.
Yeah, actually looking at the people ahead of me, like let's say I can talk about Massimo Im, the captain of the Malkia Strikers, the team of Kenya. I think she is my mentor actually. I do look and actually would like to be like her actually.
Yes, and she's been behind your motivation, right? And on the other end of the studio, we also have two players who also attended the youth camp, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
My name is Joseph Wekesa from Singwai School. I attended the youth camp. It's my second time.
Yes, and how valuable was it for you? What did you pick from the camp?
I picked a lot. Respect. I got motivated. I feel nice when I am in the youth camp, because every day I create new friendship. Yeah.
Yes, and second one?
My name is Anthony Mushai. I'm 17 years of age. I'm in St. Mary's School.
What sport?
I'm in cycling.
Was the camp beneficial to helping you bolster your cycling skills?
Yes, especially in eating. Cycling, you need a lot of eating, nutrition, and I wasn't that good at it at the start, but in the camp I've learned nutrition skills, how to eat, what to avoid, what to do, and my skills have improved. I am better in focusing, waking up, and just doing my normal day things.
Right, the young ones, of course, are expressing their delight and being chuffed at attending the National Olympic Committee of Kenya Elite Camp, which really was targeted at developing the talents among the upcoming sportsmen and women. And on set ahead, Soko Elizabeth Mariana, Vivian Hilia, and Sonia Katha. That's more like it on our Game On today. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great evening.